Hi guys, my name's Allie for those of you who may not know me. The reason I'm doing this video, I've never done anything like this quite before. The reason why I'm doing this is two things. One, I wanted to talk to you guys about some really kind of awesome products I have discovered over the last couple of weeks for my skin. I have oily, combination dry kind of skin. I get really texturized areas, little bumps and like acne breakouts, hormonal acne breakouts around my chin and my sides of my nose. And so I want to just share a couple of things that I have found over the last couple of weeks now that I've really been trying to take care of the problem that have really worked with me in terms of makeup and skincare. The other reason why I wanted to do this video is I actually have a presentation for work that I have to do next week in Montreal, and I'm freaking out just a little bit about it because I'm typically okay with public speaking, but it's a pretty big conference venue. We will be speaking to our peers that are in the program with me as well, which is awesome. But there will also still be people there kind of, in a sense, grading our presentation for our graduation. So I thought this might be kind of a fun way to get, in a sense, not exactly, but kind of a little bit of a public speaking role. Not that I'm talking to people directly, but in a video that's going to be posted and people are going to see it. So it's just for me, it's really just for me, to be honest, to feel a little bit more comfortable about talking to people in a public setting about topics that I'm knowledgeable about, but people out there in the audience who may be watching this could potentially be more knowledgeable than I am. So I want to start off to say I am not a makeup artist. I do not have a lot of knowledge when it comes to makeup or skincare. I'm kind of self-taught, YouTube watching tutorials, things like that have kind of guided me into my choices. I've been to Sephora quite a bit over the years, and their knowledge of the associates that work there have kind of guided me in the direction that I've gone. I do a lot of self-research on YouTube about products that work based on things that people say for their skin that matches the type of skin that I have. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I am just going to share some products that I have found. Some of these products I have had for years and forgot that I had them, or just don't use them because I don't wear a lot of makeup that often. And some of the products are new products that I've purchased over the last couple of weeks. So this again is mostly just for my confidence building, to speak a little bit to people, my peers, and get me kind of a little bit more comfortable about speaking in public. So that being said, moving forward, I'm just going to talk about a few products that I use for my face. Just a bit of a backstory. A few months ago, I really started to have crazy, terrible hormonal breakouts. I've always had hormonal acne, not severe to the point that it's all over my face, but I get clusters on my chin, kind of the sides of my nose, sometimes kind of up, like kind of near my eye, but on the side of my nose. I do wear contacts and I do wear glasses, not full time, but I find if I wear my glasses more consistently, I tend to get a lot of icky, kind of bumpy, pimply, blackheady, gross kind of clusters of stuff where my glasses sit. My cheeks are pretty clear. My forehead is mostly clear. I have a little blemish, but those ones clear up super fast, and they're individual and they're not clustered and they don't spread, and it's awesome in that sense. So I have oily to dry skin. Combination skin, I guess is what they call it. I don't really know. But I get crazy oily T-zone, ridiculously oily. It's kind of gross, actually. And then not too bad on my cheeks, a little bit on the sides of my nose, but T-zone for sure. But I find that I don't have super hydrated skin as well. So it's oily, which is gross, but it's also not hydrated. So it's kind of dry, oily skin. A few months ago, I got started with some crazy breakouts. I've had a really hard time keeping them under control because it is hormonal. There's not a whole lot I can do about them. So what I've been trying to do is find some products that I find, or that seem to be working for me. So I'm just going to share those with you. I'm not going to do a tutorial in the sense of you watching me use them and put them on, because nobody really needs to see that. But so what I'm going to do, the first thing I do is I'm going to talk about my skin care routine. So not makeup, but skin care. So I do, some of you may know, I am an independent distributor for It Works Global, which is a health and wellness company. We do have a skincare line. There are products in this line that I love, there are products in this line that I don't love, and that it's not that they're not good products, the ones that I don't love, they are excellent products, they just don't work for my skin. So the first product that I use morning and night is my cleanser. So it's an It Works cleanser. Basically it's all natural. All their products are all natural. A lot of them are vegan, gluten-free, really kind of some cool products. I will put in a link to my website kind of in the comments of this video, so if anybody has any interest in taking a peek at the line or other products that we carry, by all means feel free, and if you have any questions just let me know. So It Works cleanser, it's a gel facial cleanser. Basically what I do is I cleanse my face as anyone would, kind of rubbing it into my skin. I try not to like do crazy, like I don't push hard, but I take I have a little rubbery kind of exfoliating pad that I'll just kind of do gentle circular motions around my skin to kind of get all the dead skin cells and gunk out of my pores, and then I rinse my face with warm water. And then I pat it to dry, and the next thing I use after that is my toner. I do use the It Works toner, again, all natural. It's kind of hard to see because it's on like silver writing on a silver pattern. Anyways, again, all natural. It's a balancing mist. It's funny enough, this stuff works amazing for bug bites. A girl who works, independent distributor who works for the company who I have on Facebook, she posted something about spraying it on bug bites, and she says it's 100 times better than after bite. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I went camping a few weeks ago on the weekend, and I got eaten alive. My ankles were like red, welted, disgusting, like they were just itchy and gross and welty. And so I was like, I'm gonna try this. So I sprayed it, they were super itchy. I scratched them a ton. I sprayed this on. I kid you not, the itch went away. Like, I know I sell the products, and you could just say, oh, she's just saying that because she sells the products, but I kid you not, the itch went away. And it is not even designed to be a bug spray or an after bite. It is an all natural product to help kind of balance your skin tone and kind of clear out and not minimize your pores, because you can't really minimize your pores, but it's just to balance your skin tone and kind of clear off extra dirt and debris. And I kid you not, it is the most amazing thing for bug bites. So if you don't even want it for toner and you want to ask me, if you're super outdoorsy and you get eaten alive all the time, let me know, because this stuff is gold. So I use this, it is a spray. You can spray it on. I used to spray it on, I don't do it anymore. I just in the last couple weeks have gotten super good, I should say, about using these two products regularly. So I do it morning and night. Before I would just use them periodically. I was really big into these Aveeno Positively Radiant Makeup Removing Wipes. This was my skincare routine for the longest time, and every once in a while I would use cleanser. Like, honestly, I didn't cleanse my face very well. I would use one of these, wipe off my makeup, use another one, and get the like rest of the dirt and stuff, and I would scrub it into my skin. It easily removes makeup, oil, and dirt. So I was kind of like, hey, easy way to cleanse my face. And it just wasn't cutting it. I was getting breakouts, and maybe this is why. I know a lot of the breakouts I get are hormonal, but this could have contributed to it because I wasn't using a cleanser consistently. I would maybe use a cleanser like every time I showered. So if I went to the barn, I would, like every day, I would shower every day, but otherwise I shower every other day because I don't, like, I'm not getting dirty or sweaty or gross or anything like that. So, and I don't wash my hair. I only wash my hair every other day. So I shower every other day unless I've gotten gross or sweaty from something. So I was only cleansing my face in the shower every other day. But now, in the last 2 weeks, I've been super good about using these two products literally twice a day, every single day, and my skin is finally starting to look better. So, yay for these guys. The next thing I use is, sometimes I use this product. It is, again, an It Works product. It's called Preventage. So I do use this sometimes. I don't use it all the time. I find actually that again, I do sell the products, but this isn't one of my favorite products, and it's not that it's a bad product. It's an excellent product. Oops. It's just not for my skin. So it is a moisturizing cream gel, and I do find if I use it for more than a couple days in a row, my skin actually gets more oily. So I would say this product is really, really good if you have normal to dry skin. I would say you'll probably have excellent results with keeping your face super moisturized. But because I'm so oily, if I use it for more than a couple days in a row, my skin gets really gross. So I only use this sometimes. The other one I use, again, is an Aveeno product. There it is. Aveeno Active Naturals Clear Complexion. I've used this one for at least a couple of years now. I really like it. It's soy-based. It's super lightweight, which is kind of nice. It doesn't feel like it's gooey and cakey, and it just kind of glides on really nicely. It's oil-free, it's hypoallergenic. I just really, really love the product. So I use it most of the time. Every once in a while, I will use the Preventage, but I usually use this. So once that's on, I let it sit and dry. That's super important. If it doesn't dry, you're just smearing foundation over, like a slippery foundation over a slippery other surface, like your product that you've put on, and it doesn't actually adhere to your skin. So make sure it soaks in. Leave it 5-10 minutes, let it absorb to your skin, and then put your foundation on. If you use a primer, great. I sometimes use a primer, I don't always. This one is Fix and Protect by Rimmel London. It's a drugstore product. I don't love it. It's okay. It works. I tend to avoid it on my T-zone because I'm already oily enough. This one is oil-free, but I just don't want to add too much product to my T-zone, which is already really oily. So it is anti-pollution, anti-stress, protective shield, skin perfecting is what it says, makeup primer. 8-hour hydration. So it does add hydration, and I'm 99% sure it's oil-free. The first ingredient is water, so I'm assuming it's oil-free. So I do use that sometimes. The next thing I would do is go in with my foundation. So this is a new product that I have recently started using. I went to Sephora about a week ago, I guess, because I was using a CoverGirl foundation, and I just found that my breakouts, feel like it was contributing to the breakouts, and I could be completely wrong. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't know a whole lot about skin, but I went in and I explained to the girls in Sephora the issues I was having, and they recommended this product. It is I believe it's all natural. It's designed for sensitive skin. It's called Cover FX Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation. So this is what the tube looks like. I really actually love this foundation. I wouldn't say it is a full coverage foundation. It is buildable though. So you can put a layer on, like a coat on, and if you don't like it, excuse me, and you want it to be darker or, I don't know, thicker to hide more things, you can build it. So you can put another layer on, or where you feel you need it, you can put another layer on. What I use to put this on, which is new as well, I love this, it's a beauty blender. So I know these have been around for a long time. I didn't know because I just don't really care to get into a lot of makeup stuff most of the time. But now that my skin has been so bad, I have been trying to find things to help hide these little bad boys here, all the texturizing on my chin and around my nose. I didn't actually use this to apply my foundation today, but it's amazing. It's, I think, $23 at Sephora. You're supposed to use it damp. If you want to have more full coverage, apparently you can use it dry, and that makes it more of a full coverage when you use it. But I love this. You kind of pat it into your skin, which is amazing. It goes into the skin, but it doesn't disturb any dead skin cells or anything like that. So you don't get that disgusting micro exfoliation where it makes your skin looks more texturized. So this, I would say, is worth every single penny. So I use that. What I used on my face today to put on my foundation is this new Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush number 56. I had an old brush that I used for years, like 5, 6, maybe longer, however long Sephora's been around, really, I don't know. And I just feel like the ends were starting to go, and I wasn't getting a nice clean application. So I was like, I'm gonna go get a new brush. But then the lady there recommended this beauty blender, and I got that, and I used, today's the first day I used this, to be honest, in the last week. This thing is so amazing. I use it all the time. But I wanted to try this because I bought it, and Sephora brushes are kind of expensive. So I was like, I'm gonna try it. So it did a really good job. Oh, there's like loose hairs on my forehead. Like, excellent job on my forehead. Not great around my nose, like you can see the breakouts there. Not super great on my chin, on the texturized part of my chin, because when you take a brush, you have to buff it into your skin. So you're kind of dabbing it on, and then you're kind of in a circular motion buffing it into your skin. You are micro exfoliating your skin. So any little bit of dirt or old dead skin cells that are still kicking around on there, or other product, you're just smearing it around and kind of almost balling it up into these tiny little balls. And then what happens is, if you're putting it on like an old or a healing kind of breakout area, you're actually picking all that dry skin up and exfoliating it, and it's standing up now as opposed to laying flat. So I wouldn't recommend using a brush. I know we've used brushes for years. I will probably never use a brush for foundation application again after I've used the beauty blender. But again, I'm not a makeup artist, and I know I just had my makeup professionally done like 4 weeks ago for one of my best friend's weddings, because I was in the bridal party, and they used a brush and it looked amazing. And I don't know, I just don't have that kind of talent. So the beauty blender is my best friend, because it just pushes the foundation onto the skin. You just dab it in. It actually like almost airbrushes it, and you don't get that micro exfoliation. So this is my best friend now. So I'm not using this anymore. After I do foundation, this product though is seriously amazing. It's also, I don't remember if this is vegan, but another product I have from CoverFX is vegan, which is really cool. So I love that. Then I use a concealer under my eyes. The concealer I am using right now, I don't love at all. So I'm just briefly going to share it with you. It is drugstore. It's from Shoppers. It's Rimmel London Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Effect Radiant Glow. It looks like this. It has an orange cap. I find it thin. It doesn't cover. I still have dark circles. I have a It Works product that I use called Wow, and it does kind of tighten the skin under your eyes. I didn't use it today. I've said in other posts that I use it every day, and I usually do, but today I didn't use it. So I have some dark circles and kind of like baggy eyes from being tired, because I went to bed at 2 a.m. because I'm super smart. So anyways, I don't love this. It doesn't do good coverage. I find it kind of runny. It definitely doesn't do what it says it does. Anti-fatigue effect. I still look tired. So no, don't like that. So after I do that, basically what I use with that is I just take the beauty blender again, and I just kind of work it in under my eyes and anywhere that I want to kind of spot treat. Once I do that, I want to set my foundation with a powder before I go in with any other powders. So what I've been using lately is this guy. It's a Physicians Formula, and it looks like this. It is a non-talc mineral wear face powder, and it's in translucent light. So it doesn't actually add color to your face. It just kind of sets the foundation. So what I do is I take this big fluffy brush. This is from Shoppers actually. It is a deluxe all over powder brush. Doesn't have a number on it because it's Shoppers and they're not super fancy, but I love how big and fluffy it is. So basically what I do is I press it into the powder, and then I just all over my face, and I push it in. I don't buff it in, because if you're buffing it in, 1, you're micro exfoliating, 2, you are now smearing the foundation that you so nicely pushed to get that airbrush look into your skin, and it's just not going to look as good. So I push it in as opposed to buff it in. Once I've done that, I go in with some blush. I have 2 different kinds that I use. This is, I'm dropping things everywhere. This is my NARS blush bronzer palette. I've had this for a really long time. There's 2 in here. You can tell which one I use all the time and which one I don't use ever, because I think I've had this at least 2 years. I never use the pink one. I think it's too pink for me. It's too bright. I just don't like it. The bronzy kind of color I use pretty much every day. So you can say how long it's lasted, because this is, I think, 2 years, maybe even more, maybe 3 years. And I know you're not supposed to keep makeup that long, but I do anyways. And I use that brown color all the time as my blush. So it's really, really cool. I don't even know, honestly, if NARS still carries the same color palette. I think the brown is called Laguna, I think. I don't know. I think it's that one. Anyways, it's a really, really, really kind of pretty brown. There's a little tiny bit of shimmer in it, which is really cool. So I either use that, or if I don't use that as like a blush, because it's a bronzer, I will actually put it around like where the sun would naturally hit my face, to just kind of give it a little bit of a sparkle. The other one I use, this is by Hard Candy. Again, I swear to God, I've had this since high school. That was a really long time ago. It looks like this. It's super pretty. It's like a peachy, sandy, I don't know, warm blush. It's also not tested on animals, which is really, really cool because I'm such an animal lover. That makes me super duper happy, and I've had this forever. I kind of lost it for a while. I moved a couple times in about the last 8 years, and I think it was just packed away and I never got around to pulling it out. But I cleaned up the bathroom the other day and I found it in a box and I was super excited. So I use this and I just kind of take a blush brush and I go up. Because I have an overly round face, I don't want to go down. So I go up and then I get kind of a nice line. So I don't know if you can get this anymore. I don't even know why I bother showing it to you, but I just love the product. It's super cool, super shimmery, goes on really well. A little goes a long way. So once I do that, I will put mascara on. Like I said, I don't usually wear a lot of eyeshadow. I do have eyeshadow on right now. And mascara, I do not wear eyeliner. So mascara I use is by Clinique. It's High Impact Extreme Volume Mascara. And the reason I love this is the size of the brush. It's so big and it makes your lashes look so long and so full, and I just love it. This came from Shoppers, but I believe Sephora carries it as well. I think it's like $29 or $39. It's a little pricey, but it's mascara and it works and it looks really good, and I think it works way better than like the CoverGirl stuff, so it's worth the money to me. The other thing I use sometimes for blush and stuff and highlight and stuff, if I do use it, is this cool Tarte palette. I've had this for 2 years now, I think. I'm assuming you can still get it. I don't know. It's called the Tarte Showstopper Clay Palette. The reason I love it, it has so much in it for not a big palette. So we have in the center a really pretty corally blush, which I love, and I do use that quite often. We have a highlight, which is kind of to the, it's right here. That's the highlight. And I use that actually a lot as eyeshadow when I do use eyeshadow and not as highlight. But I did use some highlight today, and I'll post a photo that I used it with today, and the photo looks amazing in the hallway with my cool lights. But it doesn't, my face doesn't look as nice right now as it did this morning when I actually took the photo. This is the contour that, again, I don't contour that often, so I don't use this very often. And then these are some really pretty eyeshadows. I used this one today on my lids. And then I used this one in my crease and this one kind of in the corner, and I put a little bit of, oops, I touched it, highlight just like right in the corner of my lids here and just in the corner to brighten up my eyes a bit. And that's literally all I did. I didn't use liner. I didn't do anything like that. I do use my brow pencil. It's by Hourglass. If you can see that. It's in color ash because I'm kind of an ashy blonde. Naturally, you can see my roots. It comes with a blender kind of deal. And it's kind of cool because it's on an angle. You can see that. My dog, I think, is having a nightmare. She's kind of barking. I don't know if you can hear that. Thea, you okay, honey? Hi, baby girl. You okay? Yeah, you're a good girl. She's awake now. I don't know, it was just kind of made me sad. It sounds like he's having a puppy nightmare. So anyways, this is kind of cool because it's on an angle. It's kind of hard to see, but I don't even know. Where's my camera? There it is. There we go. Okay, so it's on an angle. So you can kind of like, it can kind of goes with the shape of your brow as opposed to just being a pencil. I've heard a lot of makeup artists really like the regular pencils or the pots that you can get, the makeup pots for your brows. I personally love this one. It came from Sephora. It's pretty pricey. I think it was like $20 or $30. I don't know. I've had it for a really long time, so I really love it. What am I missing? Oh, lips. Then I'm done. Lips. Lips. I always use Nivea Hydro Care. So this guy. I use this literally all the time. I use it day, night, constantly. There's no color to it. It's just like regular balm. I believe it's water-based. I've used it for so many years I don't even remember. And then I will use like a tinted moisturizer on top of that. So this is the Baby Lips Dr. Rescue by Maybelline New York. And I just like it because the color is really pretty. It's like a warm kind of corally, peachy color. The only thing, I mean, it is a balm, so it comes in like it's like super flat, right? Whereas the lipstick has that shape to it so that you can kind of shape it. I do like to apply this with a brush, like a lip brush, and I find that that actually does a better job than using it out of the tube. So that's all I use on my face. Again, some drugstore products, some It Works products, some products I get at Sephora. Oh, the last thing I do on my face is I need to set my makeup. So I use a setting spray. This is the coolest thing ever. It is vegan. So I know there's companies coming out now with a lot of vegan products, and this is the same company as my foundation. It's the Cover FX, and I got it at Sephora. I can't $32 maybe for this. It's a huge bottle though. It'll last forever, and you only use one or two, or I guess 2 or 3 mists per use. So you have to shake it really well, but it's mattifying setting spray. And it's vegan, which is really cool, and I love it. I do keep it in the box because I kind of love the box. I know it's super simple and plain, but it looks so stylish on my counter in the bathroom that I keep it in the box. So I'm kind of a nerd like that. But I love, love, love this, and I do find that because it's mattifying, it holds up pretty well throughout the day, and I don't get super duper oily. I actually don't think I put this on today because I was in a rush to get out the door this morning, which is actually probably why my skin looks a tidbit oily right now, but whatever. Anyways, this is great, and that's how I finish off my makeup. And then I'm done. So, if anybody has any questions about any products, not that you will, but I kind of had fun doing this. It was kind of cool talking about the different products that I use. It went a lot longer than I thought. I was going to try and keep it to 15 minutes. We're at like 26:32, but hey, it is what it is. I have so many other things I should be doing right now that I'm not doing, like finishing my presentation, and laundry and dishes, and all sorts of fun things. It's Saturday. I'm having fun. Whatever. Anyways, I hope you guys got something out of it if you happen to watch to this point. I know it's crazy long. But like I said, I've never done anything like this before. I'm not a beauty blogger or a beauty guru or a makeup artist or anything. These are just all products that I find work with my oily, dry, texturized, kind of acne-prone skin. And some of them I've been using for a really long time. Some of them I've only used for the last week or so, and I just really love them. So if you have any questions about the products or any questions for me at all, please let me know. I hope this wasn't too boring, and I really appreciate if you stuck around to this point watching it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. Thanks, guys. Bye.